This conference will now be recorded.
चतुर्मुखसमारम्भं वाग्भटाचार्यमध्यमम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्परम्। रागादिरोगान् सततानुषक्तान् अशेषकायप्रसृतान् अशेषान् औत्सुक्यमोहारदिदान् जघान यो पूर्ववैद्याय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै। Namaskaram and very good morning to all of you. We are in the 13th chapter of Ashtanga Hridayam, Doshobhakramaniyam, somewhat on the last part. So actually today we have to start with that Atyushna Varsha Shitahi Grishma Varsha Himagamaha Sandhau Sadharane Tesham Dushtan Doshan Vishodhed. That is what we were discussing. But interestingly, I thought of reminding you of some of the clinical areas where the things what we discussed the other day is very clearly mentioned. That means that number one is Handya Ashuyuktam Vaktrena Dravyam Amashayan Malan Kranena cha urdhvajatruthan pakwadhanad gudena cha. That means the sloga which shows that yadhasannam yadhabalam, what we saw about the shodhana chikitsa. And so while explaining that part, I mentioned that it is not only the dosha which decides the shodhana marga or the shodhana method, but the sthana in which the dosha is accumulated in the koshta. This is very important. So I thought of showing you one specific situation where this idea is highlighted further. In Jwara Chikitsa, Ashtanga Hridayam itself, there is one part. Na shamyatyevamapi ched jwara kurvida shodhanam. Na shamyatyevamapi ched jwara kurvida shodhanam. Shodhanarhasya Vamanam praguptam tasya yojayed. The next line is Amashayagade doshe balina palayan balam. So Vamanam is advised. Vamanam praguptam tasya yojayed Amashayagade doshe. So the dosha is not specified. Which dosha is not specified? Amashayagade doshe Vamanam yojayed. So this is a situation in the Chikitsa sthanam where the sthanam in the koshtam is highlighted over and above the dosha which is involved. Even if it is kabha, even if it is pitta, even if it is vayu, whatever it is. Amashayagade doshe tasya vamanam yojayed. So it highlights this particular point what we were discussing the other day. Again, the next line was Ulklishtan adha urdhvam va na cha aman vahada swayam dharayed aushadhaihi doshan vidhrudastehi rogada. Ulklishtan adha urdhvam va na cha aman vahada swayam dharayed aushadhair doshan vidhrudastehi rogada. So there we were discussing, that means the in Swayam Pravritta Dosham. Swayam Pravritta Dosham, you are not supposed to go for any Sangrahana Chikitsa, Sandharana Chikitsa. If you go for that Dharanam, it will become dangerous. It will become Rogada. It will contribute for further manifestation of diseases. So the line advised there was pravrittan pragado doshan upeksheta hitasina vibadhan pajanaistaistaihi pajayel nirharedava. And we saw some situations from Adisara Chikilsa. Teshu upekshaiva hi bheshajam. In Jwara Chikilsa, a better portion is explained. So I thought of just reminding you all about that particular situation. It is like this. Chyavamanam jvarotklistam upeksheda malam sada pakkobihi vigurveda dosha koshte kridaspadaha. So that is very interesting. So here again in Adisara Chikilsa we saw teshu upekshaiva hi bheshajam. So leaving the situation untreated becomes a very good treatment. That is the crux of the story. In specific situations, leaving the patient untreated becomes the best treatment. So here that idea is clarified. Teshu upekshaiva hi bheshajam we saw in Teshu upekshaiva bheshajam we saw in Adisaram. Here Chyavamanam, that means something which is swayam pravrittam. Jvarotklistam upeksheda malam sada. Sada tam malam upeksheda. Leave it. Because the other option is to go for a sangrahana, dosha sangrahana. But if you go for the grahanam, the dharanam of such a swayam pravritta dosha, it get retained in the koshta. So if such retained dosha, even if it is pakwa, forget about apakwa dosha, ama dosha, even if it is pakwa, it will get a seat in the koshta and it will become vikarakari. Pakwo bihi vigurvida dosha koshte kridaspadaha. That is the next line. Then there is another possibility. Sometimes one situation we saw that vibadhe, in vibadham pajayan nirharedava. Then we saw the example from Adisara Chikilsa. Adisara Chikilsa tells us that vibadhe sampravartini pranada doshe. So a situation where we are going to give pranada abhaya as Adisara Chikilsa. Pranada doshe vibadhe sampravartini. Sometimes the adipravritti of such a dosha can happen. Adipravritti. But still you should remember that it is sama dosha. So whenever there is adipravritti, then what should be the option? We have seen that pajayen nirharedava. So here it is repeated again in Jwara Chikilsa. Adipravartamanam va pajayan sangraham nayed. So whenever you are going to go for a sangrahanam of amadosham or samadosham, for sure you have to go for pajanam first. So whenever you are trying a ama sangrahanam, in the worst situation, in an indispensable situation, it should be pajana sangrahanam. Either pajanam first, then sangrahanam, or a single approach which will be pajana sangrahanam. So there are, I think all of you will be getting some sort of medicinal preparations when I say this statement, like there may be the role of musta in such situations and everything. It is very clear. And the next line connects the situation with our present chapter. That means doshovakramaniya. The next line is ama sangrahane dosha doshovakrama iditaha. So we have explained the dosha of ama sangrahana in the chapter called doshovakramaniya. So in Jwara Chikilsa, Acharya connects the situation directly to the instructions, guidelines given in doshovakramaniya. So that is the clinical connection. Ama sangrahane doshaha doshopakrama iritaha. So that is very important. Then one more situation. There is amam, but dosha is not utklishta. Such a situation also we have seen. Sarvadeha pravisrudan saman doshan nanirhared linan dhadushvanutklishtan bhaladamad rasanivam. In Jwara Chikitsa, such a situation is again given. Perfect comparison, perfect match. The situation is paye doshaharanam mohadamajvare tuya prasuptam krishna sarpam sa karagrena paramshed. Paye doshaharanam mohad amajvare tuya. In amajvara, that Vaidya who is trying dosha haranam. Why? Mohad. Moham. So he is not a trained Vaidya. He is not able to come to a very solid decision about what? About the ama nirama avastha. So he is attempting, he is venturing into the act of dosha shodhana in an amajvara. Paye dosha haranam mohad amajvare. Amajvare mohad yaha dosha haranam payed. Dosha harana chikitsa. And such a situation, the danger of such a situation is given with an example of a sleeping snake, metaphorically touching a sleeping snake with your hand. So the ama in the Jwara, which is anutklishta, practically which is Leena, is like a sleeping snake in a cage. A poisonous snake is sleeping in a cage. And mohad, you are going to touch the snake, awaken the snake with your hand. Everybody knows the danger. So that is what is going to happen when you are trying Shodhana Chikitsa in a Jwara. So the Jwara may be taken as standing for all diseases. Here the situation is Jwara, so Jwara is highlighted. In Jwara, Anutklishta, Dhadulina, Ama dosha, you are trying for dosha haranam, you are trying to touch a poisonous snake which is sleeping with your hand. Prasuptam Krishna Sarpam sa karagrena paramrushed. So it is a beautiful metaphorical presentation of the risk. So the message is whenever you are going to do a very precise intervention, every care should be given on certain aspects. Number one is the status of the dosha, whether it is ama or nirama. Ama. So first we are identifying the dosha. Second, we are identifying its status, whether it is ama or nirama. And third one is sthana. Sthana. Because we have seen it multiple times that this yadhasannam, jnatva koshta pravannamsta yadhasannam, and from where we are draining it, whether it is from the shakha, if it is in the shakha, from which dhadu, what is its status, and if it is from madhyama roga marga, from where, whether it is from the marma or from the that sandhyasti, etc., etc. So next is important point is deha bala agni bala. Deha bala agni bala. We have seen it earlier. Deha agni balavat kriyam. Deha balavit agni balavit. So these are the two special qualities which are assigned to or attributed to an intelligent Vaidya. Deha balavit, Agni balavit. Then Next is Kale. Next is Kale. The treatment should be done in proper Kala. That Kala we have divided into two. Kshanadir Vyadhyavasthacha. Kshanadir Vyadhyavasthacha Kalo Bheshaja Yogakrit. So Bheshaja Yogakrit Kala is of two types, Kshanadi and Vyadhyavastha. So we are going to explain that Kshanadir Vyadhyavastha. That is why we saw Shravane, Kartige, Chaitre, Masi Sadharane, Kramad, Grishma Varsha, Himachitan, Vayuadinashu Nirhared, Atyushna Varsha Sidahi, Grishma Varsha Himagamaha, Sandhau Sadharane, Tesham, Dushtan Doshan Vishodhed. That is how we touched the line of Kala. It needs further elaboration and it needs explaining the Apavadas as well. That is what we are going to see in the next slide. So the statement given that Shravane, Kartige, Chaitre or Sandhau Sadharane Tesham Dushtan Doshan Vishodhayed is applicable to Swastha. That is the next line. Swastha Vrittam Abhipretya. Swastha Vrittam Abhipretya. Abhipretya. Taking the consideration of swastha, swasthya or swasthavritta. Whatever we have learned in the swasthavritta, take those points into consideration. So swasthavrittam abhipretya. Sandhau sadharane tesham dushtan doshan vishodhayed. But in vyadhita, aduravritta, we cannot wait for these sort of sadharana masa to come and then to do the dosha shodhana. That is not justifiable. We have to do the right thing in the right time, in the right manner. The right thing in the right time, in the right manner. So we cannot wait. So what we can do, that is explained in the next part of the sloka. Vyadhau vyadhivashena tu कृत्वा शीतोष्णवृष्टीनां प्रतीकारं यथा यथं प्रयोजयेल क्रियां प्राप्तां क्रियाकालं न हापयेत्. व्याधौ व्याधिवशेन तु कृत्वा शीतोष्णवृष्टीनां प्रतीकारं यथा यथं प्रयोजयेल क्रियां प्राप्तां क्रियाकालं न हापयेत्. So vyadhivashena tu, vyadhau, in disease conditions, in vyadhita, vyadhivashena tu, vyadhivashena, vyadhi anurodhena, dushtan doshan vishodhayed. So there vyadhi anurodhita is the criterion. Vyadhivasham is the criterion. So we are supposed to follow the avastha. We are supposed to follow the avastha of the samprapti. That is very crucial. We cannot wait for the good time to come and then intervene. We have to do the right thing in the precise time. We cannot wait for it. So it is explained like this. And the guideline is Krutva Shidoshna Vrishtinam Pradikaram Yadhayadham. Shidoshna Vrishtinam Yadhayadham Pradikaram Krutva. So the seasons maybe need not be conducive for a Shodhana Chikilsa. But what you have to do is Shidoshna Vrishtinam Pradikaram Krutva. Shidoshna Vrishtinam Pradikaram Krutva. So how do we do the Pradikaram? Actually, this part is very beautifully explained in Ashtanga Sangraham, which we will go through later, just after completing this sloka. So we have to go for certain protective measures to prevent the ill effects of the extreme Shita Ushna Vrishti. Certain examples are given in the Vyakhyana. Hemande Garbhagrihadi, Grishme Dharagrihadini. So that sort of, so in our modern context, sometimes you may be forced to go for the use of maybe air conditioners at times, room warmers at times, then air coolers at times, because we have to take care of the situation around and protect the patient from the ill effects of that kalam, focus on the samprapti and do whatever is the most essential and most prompt. That is the idea. So कृत्वा शीतोष्णवृष्टीनां प्रतीकारं यथायथं प्रयोजयेत् क्रियां प्राप्तां. प्राप्तां क्रियां यो प्रयोजयेत्. Praptam, that whatever has come right on that moment, right on that piece of time, or that matter of time, as far as the samprapti is concerned, that is to be done. Kriya kalam na hapayed. Kriya kalam na hapayed. You are not supposed to skip that particular time where you are supposed to intervene in the kriya, in the samprapti. This is why we call it as the chikitsa as avasthanuvidhanameva. Avasthanuvidhanameva. We have seen in different conditions. Once when we explained that sramsavya, savyathaswaba, all these things, one line what we have learned earlier was that darshanadyair avahitastal samyag upalakshayed. Next line was vyadhyavastha vibhagatnyaha. Vyadhyavastha vibhagatnyaha. Vyadhyavastha vibhagam. That is the exact replica of what here is it is mentioned as kriya kalam. So that kriya kalam, in the course of progression of a disease, there can be different vyadhyavasthas, and each vyadhyavastha is a kriya kalam. That need not be that explained in the Sushruta Samhita as that sanjayanja pragopam ja prasaram sthana samshrem. That is fine, no problem. But here it is more elaborate. The point in which you are going to enter into the scene of treatment, then onwards you are supposed to look at the course of the disease, the progression of the disease. Every moment, every bit of time is a kala. So there it is explained as vyadhyavastha vibhagatnya pasyan artan pratikshanam. Pratikshanam, kshane kshane. The avastha may change. Avastha changes from kshanam to kshanam. So the way in which, the moment at which you are going to intervene decides the type of intervention. So that is the meaning of that prayojayed kriyam praptam kriya kalam nahabayed. You are not supposed to miss the bus of intervening precisely into the samprapti, into the course of progression of a disease. And so whatever is required, कृत्वा शीतोष्णवृष्टीनां प्रतीकारं यथा यदं प्रयोजयेत् क्रियां प्राप्ताम्. So here that vyadhyavastha specific kalam is mentioned. Vyadhyavastha specific kalam is highlighted. This is very crucial, because in not in Shodhana Chikitsa alone, in Shamana Chikitsa as well, this is very important. You need not confine this idea to Shodhana Chikitsa alone. This is very important in all types of interventions. Wherever you are, say for example, you will find n number of notions of giving medicines in specific times, in specific times in terms of kshanadi as well as vyadhyavastha. Say for example, when we saw that tatrol krishte samutklishte kabhapraye chale male sahrillasa prasega annadveshakasa vishujige sadyo bhuktasya sanjade jware same visheshataha vamanam. In jwara, we are going to give a sadyo vamanam. So many situations, many qualifications for the situation are highlighted. Tatrol krishte, samutklishte, kabhapraye, chale male. Just take the example, one close from it, chale male. So when the mala, the dosha is chala, pravrittonmukhata. So only then you can do the vamanam. So you have to wait for it, or you have to make the dosha come to such a situation. Otherwise, this vamanam is going to create problems. Chale male. So there are many things, many situations where this importance of kalam is highlighted. In Panchakarma Chikitsa, we will find this in many times. So before that, I think I will go to certain interesting portions that we have to understand in the concept of kalam from Ashtanga Sangraham. It is in the chapter called Bheshaja Avacharaniyam. There Acharya explains it in a more broad understanding or broad background. Aduravasthasu tu kalaha kalasapnyaha. Aduravasthasu tu kalaha kalasapnyaha. In the Aduravastha, kala is called kalasapnya. Kala means a particular piece, a particular bit that is taken or that is considered from the entire course, from the entire flow of events. It is something like a snapshot of a running race. If somebody is running, you are taking one snap of that fellow. That is a kala. That is a kala of the event. Similarly, the disease is progressing. Disease is on a running race. So you are entering into the scene. You are taking a snap of the situation. That is a kala. So in the entire course of the disease, say for example, if in a 100-meter dash race, from the beginning to the end, how many snaps you can take is a question. How many photographs one person can take? Answer will be innumerable. You can take n number of photographs in 100-meter race, because every snap gives a different view of the event. Every snap will give a different view of the event. Similarly, suppose this disease progression from the beginning to the end can be two types, either death or recovery. So from the beginning to the end, in how many places you can enter into the scene? N number of situations. Every situation will be different, like the every snap you have taken of an athlete who is running 100 meters. So aduravasthasu tu kalaha kalasapnyaha. That is the vyadhyavastha visishta kalam. Then the importance of is tadyatha. Tadyatha. I am going to explain, Acharya tells, I am going to explain how this point is becoming important. What is next? Asyam avasthayam. Sorry that I am not following Ashtanga Hrudayam for a next passage. I'm reading out Ashtanga Sangraha. Asyam avasthayam asya aushadhasya kalaha akalo va. Asyam avasthayam asya aushadhasya kalaha akalo va. We are focusing on one point. Asyam avasthayam. in this particular snap, in this particular moment, in this particular situation of the disease progress, asyam avasthayam asya aushadhasya, we have one choice, asya aushadhasya kalah akalo va. Is this is the right kalam for this medicine, for this intervention, or it is the akalam for this intervention? This we have to consider continuously. There may be many medicines in our in the shelves of our Vaidyashala or of our clinic. There may be many medicines, and some of the medicines may be left unprescribed for months, of which the expiry dates are coming. So there may be a temptation to prescribe them all immediately, but that should not be the criterion for prescribing a medicine. Asyam avasthayam asya aushadhasya kalaha akalo va. That is the point which we have to consider. Then next statement. Why? What is the importance of such a choice, such a selection? Na hi apraptadita kalam aushadham yaugigam bhavati. Na hi apraptadita kalam aushadham yaugigam bhavati. Two things. Aprapta kalam, adita kalam. Aprapta kalam, adita kalam. Aprapta kalam means its time has not come. Aprapta kalam. The time for this particular medicine is not yet come. Next is adita kalam. Adita kalam, its time is gone. Its time is gone. So these two things, aprapta kalam, adita kalam cha aushadham ayaugigam bhavati. Ayaugigam, not yaugigam. Yaugigam, which is properly yuktam. Prayogam, samyak yogam. So it is ayaugigam. This does not suit to the situation. You will find many situations like this. Again, I can take some important points from Jwara Chikitsa if you prefer to. See, in Jwara Chikitsa, when to start Kashayam? That is a important question. When to start Kashayam? So you will find that already we have seen that when to do Vamanam. Tatrol Krishte, Samutklishte, Kabhapraye, Chale, Male. We have seen it. Then after some time, we have to start with some Kashayam, or sometimes Kritam, sometimes Kshiram. On every situations. Say for example, in Kashayam, Tadapakveshu dosheshu langhanadhyaihi prashasyade kashayo doshasheshasya pajana shamanodhava. Tadapakveshu dosheshu. See, the situation is explained. Tadapakveshu dosheshu langhanadhyaihi pakveshu dosheshu kashayaha prashasyade. Then he wants Saptahad aushadham kejidahu anye dashahataha kejid leghu annabhuktasya yojyam amolbane natu. Amolbane tu nayojyam. So in amolbana jwara, you are not supposed to give any kashayam. Yojyam amod bhave amolbane natu. Again, Kashayapana pathyannairdashaha idi langhide sarpirdadyad. So that situation again, praptam, prapta kalam, because adita kalam and aprapta kalam are dangerous for medicine. Aprapta kalam and adita kalam. So here, Kashayapana pathyannaihi dashaha idi langhide sarpirdadyad. So you have to reach that situation. Sometimes reverse also happens. Sometimes it may become adita kalam. Say for example, in Jirna Jwaram. In Jirna Jwaram, it is not the time for Kashayam. The time for Kashayam is Aditam. It is gone. Now you have to treat it with a different strategy. So there may be Jwarahara Kashayam with you, but the situation is not suitable for Kashayam. Situation needs Brahmana Chikilsa. This is Jirna Jwaram. So you are supposed to go for Brahmanam. Shuddhavada Kshayagandu Jirnajvarishu Langhanam Neshyate. Shuddhavada Kshayagandu Jirnajvarishu Langhanam Neshyate. So you are supposed to go for Brahmanam. So even though you have got some Kabhahara, Jwarahara Kashayam, the situation is gone. It is Adita Kalam. So this Kalam decides many things in the precision of a treatment. So I'm coming back to Ashtanga Sangraham. Nahi aprapta adita kalam aushadham yaugigam bhavati. Don't expect an aprapta kala adita kala aushadham to give you the desired result. So these lines from Ashtanga Sangraham, of course, it is described in various parts in Charaka as well. So these two sentences, three sentences, that means Aduravasthasu tu kalaha kalasapnya. In the Aduravastha, any particular segment of time should be understood as kalam. That is the Vyadhyavastha Visishta kalam. Then tadyatha, how it is becoming significant, I will tell you. Asyam avasthayam asya ushadhasya kalaha akalo va. That is the second statement. And the third statement is nahi aprapta adita kalam aushadham yaugigam bhavati. Aprapta kalam adita kalam cha aushadham yaugigam na bhavati. That is the third statement. So these three statements should be there in our mind, and wherever you go for treatment, whichever chapter you read, whenever you are prescribing, whenever you are asked to prescribe a particular kalpana, particular type of intervention, shamanam or shodhanam, think about these lines, whether this is an aprapta kalam or adita kalam. Should not be like, it should be prapta kalam. It should be prapta kalam. Asyam avasthayam asya aushadhasya kalaha. Asyam avasthayam asya aushadhasya kalaha. This particular element should be seriously looked into. Now we will come back to Ashtanga Hridayam. So here we have seen that prayojayet kriyam praptam kriyakalam nahabayed. Now he is explaining the next aspect of Aushadhakala. That is what we will see next. Yunjyad anannam annadau madhyende kabalandare grase grase muhu sannam samudgam nishi chaushadham. Yunjyad anannam annadau madhyende kabalandare grase grase muhu sannam samudgam nishi chaushadham. Yunjyad anannam annadau madhye ande kabalandare grase grase muhu sannam samudgam nishi cha aushadham. So these are all aushadhakalas. There are different types of time considerations given. Number one is anannam, then annadi, annamadhyam, annandam, kabalandaram. Kabalam is grasam, a morsel. Kabalandaram, grase grase, muhu, sannam, samudgam, nishi cha. aushadham yunjyad. On different situations, all these things can be tried or given or selected for. I think we will find the explanations of these two lines in the next shlokas. So we will move to that. It tells us, kabhodrege gadenannam balino rogaroginoho annadau vigune pane samane madhya ishyate vyanende pradarashasya sayamashasya tu uttare ग्रासग्रासान्दयोः प्राणे प्रदुष्टे मादरिष्वनि मुहुर्मुहुर्विषच्छर्दि हिध्मा तृच्छ्वासकाशिषु योज्यं सभोज्यं भैषज्यं भोज्यैश्चित्रैररोजगे कम्बाक्षेपगहिध्मासु सामुद्गं लघुभोजिनाम् ऊर्ध्वजत्रुविकारेषु swapnakale prashasyate. These are the explanations for each of the aushadhakalas which we saw in the previous shloka. So we will start one after the other. Kabhodrege gade anannam balinaha rogaroginoho balinaha rogaroginoho. So anannam, that is the first aushadhakala. Anannam, as the word indicates, anannam is that aushadhakalam where the aushadham has no association with the annam. Anannam, the word very clearly says it. No association with the annam is called anannam. So we are giving it in empty stomach of the patient. Empty stomach. So there are certain things which we have to take care of. It should be given in kabhodrege gade. Gadam, here gadam means disease, vyadhi. Kabhodrege gade. In those diseases where kabha has got the predominance. Next, balinaha rogaroginoho. The roga should be with the bala. Rogi should be with the bala. Rogi should have balam. That is very, very crucial here. And the roga also should be prabalam. Roga should be prabalam. Rogi should be prabala. And the disease should be kabhodrega. Kabhodrikta. Another way of explaining this is kabhodrege gate. Then the ta will be not da but ta. Gate, when it is gone. So this ananna aushadha is to be given. The time is when the kabhodrega is gatam. The kabhodrega in the morning hours is reduced, that is gone. Then only you give this ananna aushadham. Kabhodrega samaye gate. So two chances. One is kabhodrege gade kabhapradhane roge. Next is kabhodrege gate, means kabhodrega samaye gate. Balino rogaroginoho anannam aushadham yunjyad. That is first line. Second is annadau vigune bane. Vigune apane annadau aushadham yunjyad. Vigune apane. Apana vaigunyam. When there is apana vaigunyam, annadau aushadham yunjyad. Annadau means just before annam. You first give aushadham, immediately followed by annam. Aushadham immediately followed by annam. Annadau vigunepane. Next is samane madhye ishyade. Samane annasya madhye. After completing maybe the first half of the annam, you give medicine followed by the second half of the annam. samane madhye ishyate. Next is, so that is madhya bhaktam. Next is vyanende pradarashasya. Vyane ande pradarashasya. Vyane vigune vyane. Pradarashasya ande aushadham yunjyad. Vigune vyane. Where there is vyana vaigunyam, pradarashasya ande. Pradarashasya ande. After completing, immediately after finishing the pradarasham, morning food, breakfast. So immediately after the breakfast, you give medicine for viguna vyana janya vyadhis. Then sayamashasya tu uttare. Sayamashasya tu uttare. Uttare here stands for udana vayu. So uttare vigune means vigune udane. Udana vaigunya janya vyadhau. Sayamashasya ande aushadham yunjyad. Sayamashasya ande. Ande, at the end of sayamasham. Sayamasham, evening food. So there are only two annakalas ideally envisaged here. One is pradarasham and second is sayarasham. On two meals at that time, which we have changed later. So here we can consider pradarasham and sayarasham. So it will become breakfast and dinner maybe. So here in udana vaigunya janya vyadhis, you are supposed to give aushadham ande sayamashasya ande, after, immediately after the dinner at night. Then next line, grasandayoho prane pradushte madarishwani. Pradushte, prane madarishwani. Madarishwa means anila, vayu. So prane madarishwani. Pradushte prane. Prana vada dushti janya vyadhi. Prana vayu or vada dushti janya vyadhi. In such situations, you have two options. Grasa grasandayoho. That means sagrasam and grasandaram. Sagrasam means along with every morsel of annam, you give medicine. Next is grasandaram. In between two consecutive morsels of annam, you give medicine. So two options where pranavayu dushti is suspected. You can decide which one suits to the situation to the best. Which one suits to the situation to the best. Accordingly, you can decide. Grasa grasandayoho prane pradushte madarishwani. Next is muhur vishachardi hidma tridshwasa kasishu. Here instead of the vayu or the sthana vishesha, a list of diseases are given, and these diseases listed out is having such a specific samprapti wherein muhur intervention is needed for multiple reasons. Muhur intervention, frequent administration. So muhur visha chardi hidma trid shwasa kasishu. You have to give frequent administration of aushadha in these conditions. So whenever we are dealing with muhur administration, the dose should be specific, because you are not supposed to bring about aushadhajirnam. That is very important. Suppose you are going to give kashayam to such a situation and giving 90 ml of 90 milliliters of kashayam, and you have started feeding the patient with 90 milliliters of kashayam every hour. No doubt it is going to create aushadhajirnam. So it will be a different kalpana, it will be a different dose, everything will be different, but the administration mode will be muhurmuhu. Next is yojyam sabhodyam bhaishajyam bhojyais chitraihi arochake. Arochake, when there is arochaka, the patient is having no desire to take the annam itself, then how are you going to give aushadham? Then chitraihi bhojyaihi. Chitraihi bhojyaihi, different types of recipes are used. Different types of recipes of food are used. Chitraihi bhojyaihi. Then sabhodyam bhaishajyam yojyam. Sabhodyam, and the medicine is mixed either at the time of making the food or after preparing the food. This medicine is mixed into it. So sabhodyam bhaishajyam yojyam chitraihi bhojyaihi were in arochaka. Arochake chitraihi bhojyaihi sabhodyam bhaishajyam yojyam. These are very effective. All these strategies are very effective. Next is Kambakshebhaga hidmasu samudgam laghu bhojinam. Kambakshebhaga hidmasu. Again, some certain diseases are listed out. Kambakshebhaga hidmasu. In these conditions, so hidma comes twice. Previously, we saw it in muhurmuhu. Now, a new aushadhakala called samudgam. Samudgam. Laghu bhojinam. When you are giving this using the samudga aushadhakala, the anna used should be laghu. Samudgam is a special type of administration where anna will be sandwiched in between two layers of aushadha. So first you give aushadha, followed by anna, followed by aushadha. So if you consider the anna, there will be a top layer of aushadha, there will be a bottom layer of aushadha. So practically, the anna is sandwiched between two pieces of this aushadha. And such a layering is called a samudgam. So samudgam became an annakala, or a type of administration in specific situations called Kambakshebhaga hidmasu samudgam. So the time is between two, before and after one anna, that is samudgam. Then urdhvajatru vikareshu swapnakale prashasyade. Urdhvajatru vikareshu swapnakale prashasyade. In all jatrurdhvagata roga swapnakalam nisi, that is selected as the aushadhakala. Urdhvajatru vikareshu swapnakale prashasyade. So we have seen certain aushadhakalas here. Interestingly, I don't think that the time will permit us to go through the very detailed, very beautiful explanation of aushadhakalas in Ashtanga Sangraha. I think we will cover it in the next lecture, because otherwise we will not get the time for our Q&A session. So Vaidya Nilesh, please take over for the question and answer session. I will try to answer whatever is possible.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. So we have few questions here. The first question is, do these aushadhikal depend only on rog and dosha, or even the kalpana or the form in which aushadhi is administered also counts? For example, if we want to give a kashaya in Shwasa, we cannot possibly give with muhu muhu. So how we decide on the aushadhi kal considering the form in which aushadhi is administered? Prasad sir? I think Prasad sir has just left. We will wait for a while.
Hello,
Prasad sir?
Nilesh.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah, I think I was gone out of the session for a few seconds. Can you please
Yes.
repeat the question? Sorry.
Yes, sir. I'll repeat. It is the question is about the Aushadhi Kal only. Yes. Do these Aushadhi Kal depend only on the Rog and Doshas, or even the Kalpanas or the form in which Aushadhi is administered also counts? For example, if we want to give a Kashai in Shwas, we cannot possibly give it muhu muhu. So how do we decide on the Aushadhi Kal considering the form in which Aushadha is administered?
Yeah, generally the Kalpana itself is selected based on the Vyadhyavastha. So I think when you go through the Chikilsa Sthana, or when you engage yourself in the act of Chikilsa, if you have got these concepts in mind, I think no Vaidya will be misguided or mistaken in that, because the Kalpana Vishesham is also based on the Avastha Vishesham. That is why, see, for example, in Jara Chikilsa itself, you are going to start the Kashayam on a particular time. So before that, you will ensure that the Dosha Avastha, the Vyadhya Avastha and everything is fine. If the Vyadhyavastha is not suitable, you will not go for a Kashaya Kalpana. You may be going for a Toya Kalpana. Similarly, after doing certain Kashayas, you feel that, okay, now you are going to switch over to Krita. Then immediately you may not be switching over to Krita. Instead, Purve Kashaya Sakrita. You will be trying little bit of Krita with the Kashayas which we were using earlier. So in all these situations, the Kalpana itself is to be decided based on the Avastha, Vyadhyavastha. So I think there will not be much confusion in it. Okay.
Yes. Yes. The next question is, sir, is Aushadhi Kal only applicable for internal medication, or can we apply the same for external medications? For example, of Urdhvajatru Vikaras, the use of kalpas or Karna Purnadi Karmas.
Yeah, but in Bahyopachara also there are some sort of a rules for this Aushadha Kala, but it need not be like what we are referring to in this particular situation. They are based on it. It is more about some Twag Vikara, Kushta or Shobha, Visarpa, Vidradhi type of things. So there I think the dosha type, like whether it is say for example, I will tell you, if it is a Vada predominant condition, you will be changing the Kalpana and also the time limit for the application. The Kalpana you will be doing for say maybe a Churnam. When you are applying in a Vada predominant condition, you will be applying it with Sakritam. Whereas in a Kapha predominant condition, you may be applying it with Satakram, something like that. And the time gap also is accordingly. That the best example is when you are doing for see the Vrana Alepanam, the time limit for which you are going to retain the leba in a particular condition is depending upon the Vyadhyavastha. So there are certain rules which are controlling the Bahyopacharas, but it is a little bit different from what we have discussed so far in this context. This is more about the capacity of the Agni as well, the Jadharagni as well. Whereas in the other situation, it is not directly connected to the Jadharagni, but according to the pradeshika condition. So that sort of a difference is there, but definitely there are certain rules regulating that bahyopacharas, no doubt about it. We have to discuss the vrana chikitsa. Basically, we have to go for the vrana chikitsa. How frequently the bandhana should be removed in bhanga, or how frequently this applications are to be changed in a pitta predominant condition. All these things are beautifully explained in the context of vrana, vrana shobha, etc. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes. The next question is, sir, is there any reference or particular type of dosha prakop and time? What's the relation behind sayankal for udan, annakal for apan? What could be the probable reason why aushadhi sevan kal not mentioned for subtypes of pitta and kapha dosha?
Okay. Regarding the second part of the question, that means why they are not mentioned for kapha dosha or pitta dosha, that I will answer first. In the original context of this text, especially in Ashtanga Sangraha, they are also used. So that is why I told earlier that we missed that portion today, but definitely in the next session we will be coming to that aspect, because otherwise it is incomplete. In Ashtanga Hridaya, he gave some sort of a prominence to the condition of the Vayu, because the examples given with the Vayu may throw some light to the proper application of Aushadhas for Kapha and Pitta. So with such a presumption, I think he has done like that focusing on Vayu. But in Ashtanga Sangraha, you will find the role of Kapha and Pitta. So that we will explain in the next session. That is fine. And the first part of the disease was how we presume that this sort of annada vigune bane or vyanende pradarashasya, all these things. There are multiple things which could have been which could be the criteria for such a rule. Number one is, there is general concepts regarding how a material is processed by the Agni and how it is distributed into the system. So in Snehapana, we will find that sort of a explanation. Prang madhyottara bhaktosa vadho madhya urdhva samshrayan vyadhin jed balam guryadanganam chayathayatham. So such an observation is made. Agni processes the stuff, whatever it is, whether it is annam, whether it is aushadham, whatever it is, in some sort of a priority style, and the first serve basis. So the first one you get will be processed, and obviously maybe because of the vicinity of or the spread of the Rasavaha Srodhas, they tend to be supplied to the Athakayam and the doshas pertaining to that area. So obviously something which is taken before food tends to get spread over to the Athakayam and also tends to address the issue of Vayu first. So such an observation is made. So again, in the middle way, it is focusing more on the Agni, the mid part of the Sharira, and the mid areas of the Rasa Srodho distribution, Rasavaha Srodho distribution. And at the end, it focuses more on the Shleshma, more on the Urdhvakaya, and more spread to the Rasavaha Srodhas of that particular Dehadesha. So this sort of an observation we can find in many situations where in the Chikitsa, for example, Ababahau Hidam Nasyam, then Kridam cha Uttara Bhaktigam. So as the Samprapti is in the Urdhvakaya, Uttara Bhaktika Krida is advised. So when the Krida is given as Uttara Bhaktigam, the essence, the virya, Aushadha virya is spread basically to the Urdhvakaya. So that's sort of an observation. we do not know how this is quantitatively or objectively assessed. It is a mystery, but there is an observation documented like that, and in the Chikitsa Sthana we can find a big spectrum of application of this rule, and in clinical practice this works. So I do not know whether there can be a tool which will be objectively assessing whether some medicine is given as at the end of food, whether the virya is traveling or focusing more on the urdhvakaya or not. Of course, it is a matter of research, but from a clinician's perspective, such an observation could be based on the distribution mechanism of the rasavahasrotas in the deha. So that may be a reason. That is how I perceive it. That was a very beautiful question, but I think a multidisciplinary inquiry into it may throw more light on that aspect. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. The next question is, sir, example for Vyanavayu, Udanavayu Vikruti.
Examples means some clinical situation, you mean?
I think
Vyanavayu
so.
Vikriti, say for example, Vyanavayu Vikriti, and which was the other one? Udana Vikriti. Isn't it? The question was Vyana Vikriti and Udana Vikriti.
Udana Vikriti,
Okay,
yes, sir.
fine. Just to focus on the karmas attributed to these two vayus. Vyano Hrudisthita, Krishna Dehajari, Mahajavaha, Gatyapakshevanollsheva, Nimeshonmeshanadikaha, Praya Sarva Kriyaha, Tasmin Pradibhathaha. So Hrudisthita. So a situation where the Rasavahanam, that is the duty which is generally done by the Vyanavayu, grabbing the thing from the koshta to the hridaya and then make a perfect distribution system intact all throughout the body, is done by Vyanavayu. So if you identify a situation wherein this function of Vayu, say for example in certain types of Pakshaghata where Vyanavayu Dushti and Rasavahasrodo Dushti is identified, you will have to focus on two aspects. Number one, you have to relieve the Rasavahasrodo Dushti and you have to make the function of Vyanavayu intact. So that is a situation in Pakshaghata wherein you are supposed to give the medicine according to the Vyanavayu. So that is a classical situation. Regarding the Udanavayu, Urasthanam Udanasya Nasanabhigalamschared Vak Pravritti Prayatnorja Balavarna Smriti Kriya. Take the classical example of a Vak Pravritti Dushti, a situation where this Vak Pravritti, the phonation is not happening properly. In such situation, you have to focus on the Udana Dushti, and the classical time of administration of medicine should be according to the Udana. So these two, I think this Pakshaghata and this some problems related with this phonation of sounds are very frequently met with in our clinical practice. So I think these two may be representing two situations where the Aushadha Kalas are to be changed accordingly. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. The next question is, in Muhur Kala, what is the time interval between two doshas to avoid overdose or ajirna?
Yeah, I think there is no ready-made answer for that question because it depends on the Agni Bala of the patient and the Kalpana Vishesha which you are using. So generally this Muhur Kalpana is either given in the form of Toyam. Toyam is very laghu. So Muhur, this Toyam may be given. Otherwise, Avaleha, Leha Kalpana is used, where you will be putting a lot of effort to make it as laghu as possible by the type of kalpana, that Agnipagad, or some types of Vadaka Kalpana, Vadakam, that Talisa Vadakam or Vyoshadi Vadakam. Again, they are Laghutaram. So that sort of kalpanas are used in general for this Muhur administration. Whereas in Visha, Visham, certain types of Gudiga Kalpana is used, certain types of Rasaushadhis are used for making the life intact, making the prana intact. In that case, a careful eye, a careful observation regarding the Visha Vega decides how frequently the medicine is to be administered. So I think I cannot give you a ready-made answer for how frequent, because it is dependent on multiple variables. Okay.
Okay, sir. Two questions were repeated, so that I
Yes.
have not included that. Those will
Fine.
be
Fine.
next class.
Fine.
Yes, yes, sir. I think there are no more questions to display.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
So
we will
thank you
conclude
very
our
much.
session today.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, and have a good day for all of you. See you in the next session.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome.